at 5 starts right now.
Today, a funeral for a veteran who had no family to stand with him as he was laid to rest. Good evening, I'm Latricia Thomas.
And I'm Josh Rowe. 4 days ago, many people in the Chattanooga area didn't know much, if anything, about Lance Steele. Today, close to 400 people showed up to honor the Army veteran as he was laid to rest.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
U.S. Army veteran Richard Lance Steele was laid to rest today at the Chattanooga National Cemetery. Navy veteran Mickey McCamish knew Mr. Deal, and when he learned there was no family to stand with him, McCamish went to work putting this service together.
All we had to do was get the ball rolling, and then it became an avalanche, and it became everyone wanted to give back, wanted to be a part of the ceremony, and wanted to say thanks to Richard for his service that he had given the country.
When the effort started to put this together, they didn't have a chaplain. Troy Bland was one of the local pastors who volunteered.
A member called and needed my services, and that's what I do. I serve. And then when she said it's a veteran, she says, I know you were in the Marine Corps, so I know this is important to you. And she was right. You know, we got to honor those who serve. That's my brother in arms.
Here today, there were close to 400 veterans and others. Many didn't know Mr. Deal personally, but some did, including Katie Schober.
You have to just tell yourself that he's at peace and that he is having a better life and that he's doing way better than any of us down here are.
Katie was his caregiver, contracted through the VA. She fought back tears as she was given the flag from his casket. At the time of his death, she was the closest person in Lance Steele's life. She'd been working with him every day for the last 10 months.
I would go to walk out the door, and the last thing that he tells me is, remember, you the best. And those words will be stuck in my head for the rest of my life. I'll always tell myself, Mr. Deal said, you're the best.
Lance's friends told me he had been homeless and living in hotels for 10 years, but over the last several months, he started to build a life again. He was working at Goodwill, and a few weeks ago, he moved into permanent housing.